case. Also, today's missing person case is Thailand Purnia. Also, today's missing person case is Destiny. Today's missing person case is Haley Bible. Also, today's missing person case is Isabel Grace. Also, today's missing person case is Alexa Ware. Today's missing person case is Also, today's missing person case is Aaron Teresa Lawrence. Today's missing person case is Jessica Marshik from What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris, and today's video. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If everything, you can hear me okay, can you put a 1 in the chat for me, please? So much has gone on today. Oh my goodness. We had the Johnny Depp trial going on. Then Ariana's body sadly was found. But at least the family has closure on that part of it. And then we had Frank James, the subway shooter. He has been caught. So good news and bad news. But thank you guys. And I see some new faces in here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new, I'm Chris with Monsters Under the Bed. I cover cold cases, true crime, and we do paranormal. And in all my videos, I like to show current missing person cases. And if any of you have a special request, family members or friends that have somebody out there that's currently missing and don't have the exposure they need, please email me. My mods will be dropping my email, and it's also in the description of all my videos. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my show. So we'll first get into the missing, and then we'll go over today's show, and then I've also got a little list of some videos I'm going to be working on soon. So, but these two that I've got are special requests from a family member, and so this is Joseph Michael Bolduc. He went missing in August 26, 2017. Been missing for nearly 5 years. This was a special request from his sister. Sadly, he got dropped off. He got pulled over, and his car was taken. I think because he didn't have insurance, and I don't think he had registration. And so, sadly, they took his car, and then the officer dropped him into Goodyear, the town. And then from there, apparently he didn't have like a wallet or anything or a cell phone, and that was the last time he was seen, being dropped off by the cops, and he didn't have anything on him. And sadly, the family has not been able to have closure. So anybody in Goodyear, Arizona, just keep a lookout. Here's a better picture of Joseph here, and I've got some others I'm going to be working on that she has sent me. So, and then here's Timothy Dees. He went missing at the end of February. So he's been missing for a little over a month. He was last seen in Fredericktown, Missouri. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Only 25 years old. Here's his poor mother holding the sign. I can't imagine, being a mother and having to hold a sign of your son with that written on it. I just can't imagine that poor lady it's going through. And there's also a reward I should mention as well, $5,000. And so if anybody's in Fredericktown, Missouri, just keep a lookout for Timothy. So, all right. So let's get that out of the way. So let's, before we get into Ariana Taylor, because her story is just, they did find the body, but I think we'll play the press conference. It's about 15 minutes, but there's some really good pieces to what they say. So we'll watch some of that. But before we get into that, just to recap, so this was Frank James. If you guys heard about the subway shooting that happened yesterday, they did catch him. As a matter of fact, from what they're saying now, is he actually called in the tip line on himself at while he was at McDonald's or something like that, from what I've been hearing. So, which is actually kind of crazy. And I'll show you just a little video. I found just a little snippet of his little rant on Facebook, so I'll show you guys that real quick, and then we'll get into the Ariana stuff.
I spoke with police sources to tell me so far.
Let's see if I can turn. Okay, so this is up all the way, but I just wanted to skip to this little Facebook rant that he had. So apparently this is him on Facebook ranting just before he did this.
James.
I told you so about New York, and it's only going to get worse. He can't stop no crime in those subways.
The 62-year-old is a person of interest in the Brooklyn subway rampage. Seen in a ranting YouTube post hours before, 10 people were shot and more than a dozen others hurt Tuesday morning. Police say someone on the N train put on a gas mask, detonated 2 smoke bombs, then opened fire in the crowded rush hour car.
Yeah, so if you're just, for those that are not familiar with the story, so Frank James, he bought a U-Haul and then loaded it up with fireworks, gasoline. He had a Glock 9mm that had a 33 extended mag on it, so it holds 33 rounds. And he had some smoke bombs. And so he was seen on camera with like a luggage bag and then like another backpack. And so he got on one of the trains, and I think I guess what's lucky is he I don't know the YouTube channel. If someone knows, I don't know. I think that might have been on Facebook. I'm not sure. Because they say the Facebook rant, but I could be wrong. But no, I think, you know what, because he threw smoke bombs. So apparently there was a guy that was close to him and actually heard, because apparently what he did is, as he threw the smoke bomb, he said, oops. And I've even heard somebody say, oops, my bad. But he threw the smoke bomb, and then he started opening fire. But I think what was lucky is that he threw, for the civilians, is I think it's lucky that he threw the smoke bombs, because throwing a smoke bomb inside of a subway train, it's just going to create, a cloud that luckily, people can kind of hide and take cover in. So I think that was to the civilians' advantage, having that smoke bombs going off. But luckily, and then also the 33 round mag, I guess after he emptied the first 33 rounds, the gun jammed on him. So, and then this morning, he went to a McDonald's, and from what I understand, called in his own tip on himself and said that you're looking for me, and I'll be walking around McDonald's. And then they arrested him without incident. And yes, 10 people were injured, no deaths from what I understand. So that's good news. So very lucky. Very lucky, especially being in a subway and 33 rounds go off and no deaths. So I think that's is really, really lucky. So let me just pull this up real quick. So and then just before we get into the Ariana, he's got a YouTube account as well. Yeah, I'm assuming they'll probably be taking that down if it's not taken down already. Thank you, Lady M. Yeah, Robert Simpson. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't seem all that right in the head. So these are just some of the stuff that's upcoming for my channel. So as far as, because I haven't done some videos for a while, so I'll be doing a video. I'm almost done with it. It's an Australian woman. This was sent in to me. This she sent me in a video. She's one of my viewers. And about 5 years ago, she's a courtesy driver. She drives like drunk people home after, from the bars and stuff. And so she was driving a bus as she was getting on the freeway, and she just had two passengers who were together, two men that were like, she said, like looked like bodybuilder types. And while she was getting on the freeway, they attacked her and were trying to sexually assault her. And while she was driving this bus, it's the craziest story I've ever heard. And so I'll be doing that story. And then the JonBenet part 3 is going to be coming out because I've got the first 2 parts. So if you like JonBenet Ramsey, I've got 2 parts, and I'm going to do the final part here soon, within a week or 2. And then we're going to do a second part to the Brandon Lawson story, since we have that inside source with Tom, who's just done amazing work and research on that case. And then I'll be going to Skinwalker Ranch probably in May. My car is actually almost finished being worked on, so thank you for all that help and donations. And then obviously live shows, we'll be talking about Delphi again. I see Marvelous Investigates is in here. They've done some amazing work with Delphi. If you haven't checked out some of their videos, I'd check out Marvelous Investigates. Did a video recently where they actually took a still from BG's video and kind of mirrored it so you could kind of make out a face. If I get time, maybe I'll show just a clip of it. But great work. Honestly, great work. And then, of course, Brandon Lawson. And then for members only, because it's been a while since I've done some member-only videos, I've got my Ohio trip that I'm going to be uploading. And then not every live show, but I think just about like every other live show, I'll do like kind of a after dark series where after my live show, if there's some things that I did get to talk about in the live, I'll go through for members only. So that stuff will be coming out for the members. So, all right. So today, let's get into the press conference. Let me find it here because it's really interesting, this story. Sad, but definitely I think foul play is involved, and we'll go over that. But so here is I found a good press conference because we were talking about that earlier today, and it seems like all these press conferences that have been coming out, the volume on them are very low, and so I had to find a really decent quality one with that you could actually hear. So this is about 18 minutes. We'll just go about 10 minutes through it, but there's some really interesting stuff here. So,
okay, we're here today to make an announcement into a discovery that was made this morning, a joint effort with the Indiana State Police and the Gary Police Department. To talk about this morning's events, I'm going to introduce to you Commander Jack Hamady.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I know it was a short notice, but instead of continuing on, we figured we'd get you guys notified. So everyone's aware of on April 3rd, 2022, that Ariana Taylor went missing. And through the investigation, her last whereabouts were early morning hours of April 3rd, right around 1 a.m. She was last seen in Maryville by her friends and family. We began the investigation after she had left the roadway. She left the roadway that morning hour and crashed. And the vehicle was unoccupied at that time.
Okay, now they turned it
So
up.
the Indiana State Police took the crash report.
So if you couldn't hear it now,
and we
you
had
should be able to hear it. They just cranked it up. So if it is too loud, let me know.
Driver at that point. The next day, she was not reported missing at that point. The family didn't think she was a missing person. that day went on, and around 9 a.m.
Yeah, actually, you know what, producer? I'll show you a part where I'm pretty sure they indicate foul play, and I'll go over that, like I said, when we get to that point.
Or 9 p.m., I'm sorry, I correct myself. 9 p.m. on April 3rd, her mother made a missing person report with the Lake County Sheriff's Department. That report was made, and the next day, Monday, which would be April 4th, they began search parties. They used the Lake County Aviation, they used the Gary Police Department, the Lake County Sheriff's Department, Department of Natural Resources. They began a search for her, and the results were negative.
No, I tried to watch it, Moon, earlier, but the volume was so low that we didn't get to watch it. Yeah, I can only hear it through one. This is their video. I think they might fix it, but yeah, I'm the same way. I can only hear it out of one ear.
We went into Tuesday, which was April 5th. The mother made another second missing person report with the Gary Police Department because they believe that she was inside that vehicle and she was last seen in the city of Gary when it exited the freeway. At that point, the Gary Police Department began an investigation on April 5th, and we started the investigation looking at and putting the pieces together of where she was. We started a search of the area. We utilized Lake County Sheriff's Department dive team. We searched Deep River with sonar. We were unable to locate her. We did a secondary canine search track. That was a negative. And most of our efforts were north of the crash location and in central, about 1 to 2 mile radius around the crash. At that time, we exhausted our measures. We began putting the pieces together of where her last whereabouts were, who she was with. So we started our investigation with interviews, looking at LPR technology, looking at camera footage, and we started with her cell phone. As we continued through the week, we came into the end of the weekend, and through the investigation, we believe that she was still in the area. We don't believe she was picked up.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop it there. So what he's saying right now is they searched, so her body was actually found south, almost directly south of the crash. So what they're saying right now is the whole time when they were looking for her, they were looking for her north of the crash and central. So kind of in the immediate vicinity and north. So, of course, then her body was found south. So that's what he's kind of going over right now.
And that's when we organized for today. We organized it for this week, and that was with the Northwest Indiana Search and Rescue Canine Team. We planned for them to come out with their canine dogs and do a second search and try to start to go south of the location of where the crash site was. So we began at it's 2800 Colorado Street, Gary, Indiana. It's Bellaboo's recreational facility. They've been very cooperative and with us with the assistance that we needed over there. And we went into that area today and we did a brief around 9 a.m. We actually started our canine search with 5 different dog teams. We gridded it out to 6 different areas, and we started the canine search in that area. About 21 minutes into the search, one of the dogs had gotten odor and then started to change of behavior and started to go towards a fence line. At that time, one of the canine handlers observed an individual we believed to be deceased at that point in the water, in a ditch, a shallow drainage ditch. This was something that individuals could not access on foot. It had a fence in between it.
So what he just said right there, and I'm going to play it again. Just listen what he says right here.
The water in a ditch, a shallow drainage ditch. This was something that individuals could not access on foot. It had a fence in between it.
So could not access on foot, fence in between it. So I think that's almost, saying foul play. I don't think if she was like knocked out and let's say just by some dumb chance she was had a concussion, I think this is, to go and climb a fence and then pass out in a drainage ditch would be, I don't think so.
At that time, the Gary Police Department was notified. The County Sheriff's Department was notified with their crime lab unit, the Lake County Coroner's Office, as well as Lake Station Fire Department. They all arrived on scene. We weren't sure if we had the female identified at that time. We knew we had a deceased, what looked like a black female in her 20s that was deceased in the ditch. That was only an hour ago, and since we've been here on station, we've been able to positively identify the female as Ariana Taylor with the Lake County Coroner's Office, and the mother has been notified, and she's been on scene. So she did positively identify Ariana Taylor. So our individual in the drainage ditch that we located today is going to be Ariana Taylor. We appreciate everyone's assistance. We appreciate everyone helping us, from the Northwest Indiana Canine Search and Rescue team that came out, to the Lake Station Fire Department, Department of Natural Resources, Indiana State Police provided assistance with our ground search today, and all other agencies. If I'm leaving any out, we appreciate the assistance and we thank them. I'm going to turn it over to the mayor.
Okay, so the mayor, I'm going to skip, and then I'm going to go to where the officer talks and take some questions. So that way we're not...
Good afternoon, and thank you to Commander Hamady
Because
for
I
giving
think he
us...
just kind of recaps everything and then thanks people. But I want to get to the officer detective that talks. Let's see. Let's see who this is.
I couldn't hear the name. Can you say your name one more time? I just couldn't hear the name.
Michael Jackson.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. As the mayor alluded to, and Commander Hamady and the trooper, we do offer our condolences to the family. We work diligently on making this case come to a conclusion. Unfortunately, it's one that we expected, but we were hoping wouldn't be. But Commander Hamady will have all the necessary ins and outs about it that we can share with you at this time. But those things, of course, that we cannot, because it is an ongoing investigation, we will have to withhold. So I really don't have much more to say on the matter, but the chief may have a couple of words he might want to include on it. So, Chief Evans.
Oh, thank you, Debbie, so much. Let me pause it. I'm going to skip it to the guy that talks. Thank you so much, Debbie. So, for the fur babies, much love to you and the mob crew. Thank you so much, Debbie. Show Debbie some love. Thank you so much. And, yep, all donations since the 8th of April this month. We've already got over $100 of donations. We'll go to Humane Society this month, and at the end we'll turn in the donations during the live show. And once you donate once to the Humane Society, you get kind of on a newsletter, and they kind of let you know when they match the donations and stuff. So my last donation got matched, which was really cool. Yeah, Amy, you know what? We're going to go over that exact question, right? That is a great question, and we are going to go over it. Yes. And Jennifer, you got some great questions. Yep, we're going to go through this after the press conference. We're going to skip to the guy that I had the most important to say, this guy here. And then I'll kind of go over what I've discovered for you guys. Because where the car's at and where they found the body, there's really only one way to go. And I'll show you why.
Okay, as Commander Hamady said and the chief said, this is an active investigation still, even though they have identified the body. We will open it up to some brief questions. If anyone has any, we'll try to answer them what we can. Yes, sir. Hang on, what? He's right here. Yes.
Rob Snee with WGN. My question is, you guys have found her, but do you guys believe that is there any foul play involved? I know the mother had concern about that.
Okay, the question is if we suspect there's foul play. You want to address that, or is that would be part of the investigation that they're not going to comment on right now? That will come out later as well as with the coroner's report, but that obviously has not been completed yet.
Is there any threat to the public?
No, there is no threat to the public that we believe right now. No.
Is there any search for suspects right now?
Not at this time.
No. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm just keeping my distance.
Okay.
Is this still considered, or how would you classify this investigation? Is it a death investigation? Is it a homicide investigation?
I'll leave.
Commander?
Commander Hammond, so the question is, how do we classify this investigation?
Sure. Obviously, the first start as a missing person. So Detective Sergeant Mark Salazar had that case. We assigned that case to him. He's been working that aspect of it. As soon as we found a deceased person, we began a death investigation, and that's when I contacted Lake County Metro Homicide, and they worked at that angle. So I'm going to have two detectives, Detective Sergeant Poe from the Lake County Metro Homicide. He's going to be working that in conjunction with Sergeant Salazar, just to make sure that it is a death investigation. If there's any foul play, they'll work that together. This happened an hour ago, so we're waiting for the coroner's office to get back with us on the actual cause of death.
So this is a death investigation, to be clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And what can you tell us about kind of the topography there? She was
Sure.
She was in this show area. Is it connected to the other body of water that was searched?
No, it's more of a drainage ditch from the interstate to, to a field, an open field, separated by a fence.
Is there any indication as to how long she's
But
been
it is
there?
separated
Do you
by
believe that
fence.
she flew out of the car? Was she placed there?
No, her car was, and don't quote me, at least 2 miles north of that location.
Actually, really
So
a mile.
Her vehicle was on I-65, and the vehicle left the roadway and went down into almost Colorado Street where Central Avenue is. Many people have been out there. So that's where her vehicle was. Colorado Street goes south. It goes back over the Borman Expressway to Bellaboo's, and that's where she was south of that location.
If I could answer it. I know that the interstate mile marker is a little bit better than Commander does. So the location of the body was found is where I-65 is going northbound. There's a ramp that leads to eastbound I-80-94. On the southeast corner is this play area, this children's play area called Bellaboo's. That is where the body was located. The scene of the crash is about a mile, just over a mile north of that location if you continued on I-65 and did not take that exit. So where she was located was not close to where the crash was occurred.
And that's why I was asking about the topography and maybe perhaps some of the infrastructure, because some of those ponds
Don't quote me.
have
Yeah.
enormous drains that
Right, this was not a pond. This was more cattails. It would be like cattail ditch, like you said.
Cattail
That would
ditch.
lead to a larger body of water eventually. So it's a drainage area.
So there's no, just to be clear, can you at all tell us how she got there? I mean, do you think a body of water pushed her there or someone dropped her off?
No.
Okay, so this is important right here. This is important. This is why I think foul play. All right, because just in case someone thought maybe she landed in body of water and it floated to this drainage ditch. This question right here and what he answers is I think is really big.
Like cattail ditch, like you said. That would lead to
Sorry,
a
I
larger
went too
body
far
of
back.
water eventually. So it's a drainage area.
Right here.
So there's no, just to be clear, can you at all tell us how she got there? I mean, do you think a body of water pushed her there or someone dropped her off?
No. Another body of water, she did not float there or anything like that. That's part of the investigation. I'm sure that will come out by the investigators of how they're going to believe that she got to this location. Right now, we're very early on. We just located her 4 hours ago, I think it was. So that's something that will come out through the investigation.
Thank you, Jennifer, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to play a little bit more. He's almost finished, and then we'll get into the areas. I've detailed everything out for you guys.
I spoke with her mom, I believe Saturday, or Friday, excuse me. Her mom told me, Saturday, I don't remember. Anyway, her mother told me that she was with a group of girls on a girls' outing, and she just had some concerns that the girls that she was with may have known something. Are you guys questioning those girls that the mother was referring to?
Commander, you want to address that?
So earlier I stated about the report was made last week and we started our investigation. All that has been done, and that's why today we're where we're at, because we've done our investigation And we weren't completed by no means, but we felt that we had enough information through interviews and through technology that we believed that she was still out there. We did not believe that there, at that point, if there was any foul play or if anyone had picked her up or anything like that. We believed that, this Ariana Taylor, who was missing, was still maybe out there. And that's why we formed what we did today and went out there for a secondary or third search.
Supposedly some clothes were found somewhere near the scene last week. Can you talk about the body that was found today? Did it have clothes on it? What was the condition of it?
Yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that detail. I know her mother had released that some clothing was located south of that location, closer to the Sabalaboos. That clothing was never fully positively identified. I know I had my crime scene investigators pick that evidence up, and we're going to match it with DNA. We were, we're not always 100% that was her clothes, but the mother stated that that's possibly her pants that she had. And she put that on Facebook, and I know that it was in the social media, but we were never 100%. So we had to take that into account when we started our search. Was she in that area of those clothes? And that's what we did do. We'll look in where the area of the clothes. We looked in the area of the crash site.
We'll take two more questions.
Can you talk about, just real quick, so last week you were out there with the mother. You
Really?
You talked to her. We were at the scene.
That's weird. I always thought that those clothes were hers. Because they did. They put that in the Facebook post and on Twitter that those were her clothes in a pile, and I think she even confirmed that they were her shoes or her sneakers. So, interesting.
How is she doing right now? Talk to her. Did you bring her to the scene today, and how is she doing right now?
I'll let the chief speak with her.
I spoke to the mother at the scene, and she's
Okay.
as any mother or anybody.
All right, so I think that's as much as they answer as far as that, because they won't talk about the what was found on the body, if she had clothes or not. I think that kind of speaks volume. I think, yeah, I mean, we're not really sure about the clothes, but I'll show you where the body and everything. We'll go over it and let you guys decide your, But I don't know. Seems fishy. Seems really fishy. Yeah, and then what the mannequin found, absolutely bizarre. Let's see here. So let's start with. So here is where she went off this embankment here. And let me go back one. Let me see. Do I got the full back out view real quick here? Let's see. And then we'll do halftime here in just a minute before we get deep into this investigation. I'm trying to see. Let me. Pull up Google Map real quick here. Okay, so her body was found right here. So we're going to do directions here. And we're going to put Colorado Street. Let's see. Colorado Street and I forget that other. So her car was right here. Okay, let me, now I can do it. Alright. So let's drag this up here. A little bit further. So this is where her car came off. And let's put this here. And her body was found right here. So this says 0.7 miles, so a mile. Okay, now what's interesting right away is there's only one way to go to get to this place from where she's at. Oh, buffering. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me get rid of that. Alright, I'll stop doing that. Thank you. Is it okay now? All right. So her car was found right here off this embankment. I think either she was being chased or it was, if you guys don't think foul play was involved. Either way, she went off, and there must have been a fence here or a fence down in here. And so we're going to go over one. Now, there's really only one way to go, and I'll explain more as we go here. But this is the route, I believe, if she had walked, if she had crashed and she was, had a concussion, she would have had to walk this way. And I'll explain more here in just a second. Okay. So, and this is Colorado Street, I believe, right here. Okay, good. Okay, good deal. So this is Colorado Street. Now notice you've got this giant freeway right here. So if the body's found here, you've got this entire freeway. I think even if she was naked or just had clothes on, either way, she would not be able to cross this freeway other than going over this overpass. This freeway is I-94. So there's only one way to go. Unless you went like there's a way, obviously, if you went like way miles and miles. Let's see, we're looking. So this would be north. This is west right here. This is north right here. So this is west right here. But really, this is the only way to get through is this overpass, because you've got I-94 that goes in between where her body was found and where the crash site is. So there's just one way. They did not want to specify one way or the other, Lynn. Maybe they did that because they don't want to, if it is foul play, maybe they don't want to tip any suspects off, Oops, my lighting is moving on me. So that could be a reason why they didn't want to say foul play. And it is still early. Maybe they want to wait until the autopsy results to say, hey, look, she was strangulation marks or something. And it could even be a case of two people, she got in a wreck and they were driving drunk and they freaked out and panicked. She was injured fatally from the wreck and was afraid. And, I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's happened before. And so they wanted to hide the body. But so this is the route, like I said, right here, because you got the freeway, which blocks everything. So, and then as you can see, I put the X's here. So this is the only way to go is on this Colorado with the overpass. And we'll check out and see if there could be some cameras. Because I think if there's cameras, I bet Bellaboo's might have some cameras. And I believe, I don't know, maybe these houses. But there's also a structure where the crash was. We'll take a look at. And then so the body was found just over here between a fence line and just an open field, they say. Yeah, we'll have to do a call-in, Lady M. I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted to call in the other day. And so here's a picture of the place here that they found the body, approximately. So here's a picture that they had, that someone took. So as you can see, the crime scene tape is up here. And just to show you where we're at. Okay, hopefully this doesn't buffer. I really hope this doesn't buffer. But we should. It was really interesting. Today's live show earlier, I kind of took a guess on where they might have found the body, and it was so strange. I clicked almost right on it. It was kind of creepy. So here's Colorado Street. Let me move one. So let me know if it buffers, but you're going to notice right away, notice this tower right here. And here you go, here's the tower. So as you can see, we're in the right area. This looks like a little substation here. You can see 3 like detectives kind of in the back here. Zoom in here. And you can see a fence around here. It must have been in there somewhere where they found the body. And he said it was a cattail ditch. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look that up, see. Oh my god, I just got an Amber Alert and it was so loud I think I had a heart attack. Oh. So. Oh, Ricky. Yeah, okay. Yep, cell tower. Yep, that is a cell tower. Thank you, Aloha. Oh, I don't think Aloha's seen my halftime video. Ooh. Alright, so I like I said, I did a live earlier today going over both stories. And it was kind of crazy because I was on Google Maps and I just kind of clicked on an area and it just happened to be right by this area. So I kind of got lucky. So as you can see, we're in the right area here. There is a little, as we zoom out a little bit, there is a little driveway path right here. Oops, let's see if I can scoot over one, if it'll let me. There we go. So as you can see, there's a little driveway for obviously workers to go get them back. So obviously, to me, this seems like someone's trying to hide a body. I mean, you know, for her to, if she was wandering, why wander and then go around this fence? Because she would have had to go around this fence. So why wander, you know, if you had a concussion, of all the places to go, you're going to wander all the way back in here. You know, that's why I feel like, you know, this is foul play. So, I'll have to look into that, though. Scanner recordings. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So, before we dive into see if we can find some cameras, let me... So, on all my live shows I've been doing now, I encourage people to send in their pictures of their pets. We kind of do like a halftime show just to kind of take a break from some of the bad stuff. And so I ask people if they want, they can send in pictures of their pets. And just email me with your YouTube name in the subject and your pet's name. So this was from Desert Lover, or a Dessert Lover. And this is Soji and Sasha. It looks like a 2-headed dog. It's so cute, though, hanging out the truck there. Thank you for sending that in. This was sent in by Carly. This is Logan as a little puppy, a little husky. And then this is Logan, grown up, sleeping on the bed there. This was sent in by Erica Berg. This is Karma and Lucy, 2 black cats. And this is sent in by Kay. This is Loki with the little rose in her hair. A little flower. That's cute. And then this was sent in today. This is sent in by Mimi Hendricks. Sammy Boo Boo. And sadly passed away last month. She sent me that in. So, thank you. So, we'll do the halftime show, and then we'll get back into the Ariana case. So, I've been, like I said, I've been trying to do some different stuff with my live shows. I got one more. This is from Screaming Crimes. This is Winnie. Looks like a little pug. We got a pug as well. It's 15 years old. Sadly, pugs, their hips start going out. Their back legs. It's kind of sad. So they have to kind of put them in like a little wheelchair. So, yeah, wallet, cell phone, and keys were missing. Yeah, I think that's kind of odd. Those things to be missing. I agree. Oh, and then this is Sharon McAndrews. This is Lily. Beautiful black cat. Okay. So there's that. Yep, we're going to do a halftime show, and then we'll get back into the Ariana case. It's something new I've been doing. Just like I said, we're always talking about bad stuff, and so I try to encourage some happiness. So this is called the donation dance, but you don't need to, you don't have to donate. Obviously, it's just to interact but there we go. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Like I said, yep, we just like to liven up. Oh god, I can't talk now. Liven up the show a little bit with some love. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. I know, don't try that stuff at home. That's a lot of years, a lot of practice, guys. Please do not try that at home. I'll probably be showing that for the rest of the week, and then I might retire the Gary Huge thing for a while, because but I will be doing a new video. But I don't want that to get old, and we'll break it out sometime later on. But I'm pretty sure he has been informed of that dance. Because a particular show right after I showed that, he was not in a good mood. And I almost feel responsible because he was taking it out on his viewers. I don't know if it had anything to do with me, but it just happened to be coincidental that I'd just introduced that video, and then he went live a few hours later and was not in a good mood. So I don't know. If you can't take a joke, and I'm sorry. I just you gotta laugh sometimes, So anyway, all right, let's get back into the Ariana case. So get back in there. I appreciate everybody tuning in. So here's a picture of her car. So yes, she had a fence pole through the right side of the windshield here. As you can see, this is a fence pole right here. There's a better look at it, right? I think I got another picture, but yeah, right there, as you can see. So if there was somebody in that passenger, I mean, that could have instantly impelled them. Oh, thank you, Rona, for the $5. Thank you so much. So go ahead and take credit. Be proud. He is never in a good mood. Yeah, that is true. But he was like bad. It was bad. Like, it actually kind of made me mad because the way he was talking to people. I'm like, ugh. Because I have no ill will towards him, but because I think he donates, and I think he's done some great work. He just needs to work on his manners. But yeah. So anyway, back to Ariana. That's what's important. Let's figure out. Was foul play involved? So I'll let you guys decide. But let's get back into this. I'm gonna pull up Google Earth, Google Maps. Let me know if it buffers, guys. I apologize. As soon as Google Fiber Internet gets their stuff all set up, we're going to switch over. So, because Comcast is just not consistent. So, all right. So, we're going to zoom out here. Hopefully with no buffering. I'm going to try to close all my windows here. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Did you really mod for Gray? I think you were saying you'd done modding for 4 years. That's funny if you came over from Gray's. And his channel would grow so fast if he just was nice. Because like I said, he does great work. If he was nice and stuff, I mean, crazy. Anyway, like his channel would blow up. I mean, just blow up. But anyway, so here is the off. I think somehow her vehicle exited and went down this little embankment in between. I guess this would be north and south. I guess because it's starting to go. Let's see, it turns. Yes, we're looking north right here. So I believe going north on I-65, her car comes off the embankment. She could have been chased. There could have been two people. Maybe she was the passenger. So car lands here. Now, like I said, when I said this is the only route to get there, let me show you. If you were to go like north, or I guess west, excuse me, you would have to take a long way to get to Bellaboo's. I mean, you would have to go all the way up here, all the way over here. This is the next overpass. Because you got to remember, you got I-94 here, which is ground level. So, obviously, she's not crossing I-94 without getting hit by a car or somebody seeing. So, the only way for her to walk would have to be this route right here. Which is just kind of an odd route in the first place. So, I wonder... Let's take a look. As you can see, there's this building here. See if we can see any cameras. Sadly, this is 2019, so 3 years behind. So this place isn't fully developed, and it looks like there was something new here. It's nothing. I wonder what's built right there. I've looked on Google Earth and I can't tell either. I might need to invest in Google Earth, the full mode here. But this guy, whatever this place is, you would think maybe something like this would have a some kind of security system here. Let's take a look in the front here real quick. So this is just to show you what we're looking at. Let me go down the road real quick here. So her car was found in this field right here. So since this is 2019, they hadn't quite finished the road, but there's this kind of road that goes right here. And her car would have been found like right here. Now they said they found her clothes south of the vehicle. So that's really strange as well, because it makes me wonder if her clothes... Yeah, it could have been somebody else's clothes. But... So here's the route she... either she walked or somebody took. But... So her car would have been like right here. And so she... Just kind of go through. Yeah, that's one hell of a hike for a severely injured woman. Yeah, that's what I think. Oh, my lighting here. That's what I think. And then to get to go all the way back in the drainage ditch, just odd. So this pretty much looks the same, so I'm going to kind of skip forward here. So let me show you what I'm talking about as far as this is the only overpass that they would have had to take in. So as you can see, this is the overpass right here. Which way am I looking here? Okay, so we're going to look over I-94 right now and just kind of show you guys. Okay, so here we are. So we're about 3/4 of the way between the body and the car. So as you can see, this is basically ground level I-94. So only way she could have walked would have been Colorado or Dakota Street. Now I guess this is Dakota. She couldn't get through here without having to cross all this traffic, and the body would have been found. Notice the cell tower right here. So her body would have been found, somewhere in this little area right here. Let me see here. Caroline says, how about if she was assaulted where she was found and the car taken and crashed? Can that be ruled out? Let's see. How about if she was assaulted where she was found and the car taken and crashed? Oh, so you're saying one incident happened before the other. It's plausible. It's plausible. And we'll go over a couple of little rumors here that I came across. Because for those that are newer to this case, apparently the friends... So the storyline is that they went drinking and there was 2 other lady friends, and they went to like a bar or something. They went drinking, and then from what the friends are saying, but now the friends' stories are not matching up, but from what they say is they all went their separate ways, and she got in her SUV and drove alone. But now there's rumors that the friends' stories are not adding up, and they're being really quiet, which that's very suspicious that they're being quiet. And then there was just some crazy stuff posted the other day. I'll show you guys in a minute. So here's the route, just showing you guys what she would have had to walk if she was, like concussed or something. So almost to Colorado Street. So this is Dakota Street here. Now we come to the little intersection here. So this would be Bellaboo's. Trying to... So, Three Rivers County Park. So, you got multiple ways to go. For some reason, you know, if she was concussed, she... Oops, let's see. Why I want to... Let me... For some reason it won't let me do it unless I'm zoomed in on it. Take a turn on Colorado here. Alright. Turn it on to Colorado here. So weird. Click on this to do it. Let's get an idea. There's this little secret pathway, but this just takes you into like a back of a neighborhood here. So this is actually kind of like a dead end. So she wouldn't have came through there. She would have came through the route that I showed you guys. Would have had to come around here. And then get a little closer. One more over. And then here we go. She would have walked back this way, which just, I don't know. Why would you want to walk back there? I mean, you know, for you guys to decide, but I don't think being concussed, this is the route she'd take. And then apparently they say there's a fence in between this, you know. As you can see, there's this fence that surrounds this little cell tower substation here. And then there's some kind of drainage ditch, I don't know, I guess behind this little station right here. Take a look at the crime scene one more time. So here's the crime scene tape, but you see the detectives are way back there. There's one right here, one right here, one right here. So, and you can see the tape is way taped off back here. So I think they just put this tape up here just so no one would walk up. But I think the incident happened somewhere back here. Usually a hurt person would walk to someone's house or business. Yeah. A car can drive there. Yeah. Yeah. She may have walked unseen. Possible. Very possible. Just an odd place to go. You know. A single lady. I mean, concussed, who knows, you know. I've never been concussed, so I can't say. But, yeah, so apparently the phone... so they didn't say what they recovered with the body. They wouldn't say anything. And they wouldn't say if the body had clothes on or not. Lit up at night. That's a good question. But there is lights right here. As you can see, this is... I think there would have been lighting. But I don't think... I think this would have been dark. Yeah, that's a good question. There's definitely lights right here. I think that's what these are. And these might be cameras too. Those might be cameras. You know, some of these freeways, they have cameras set up, you know, for like to watch freeway. Makes me wonder what that is. Let me take a look. I think it's lighting though. Let me those look like cameras. I can't tell if they're lights or cameras. Those look like cameras, actually. I don't know. I can't tell. What do you guys think? It's hard to tell. It's as far as I can zoom in. I can't tell if those are lights. I don't know, because there's another one here. Is there any more of those things? I don't know. Maybe those are lights. Those are probably lights. Let me see. I know we got them in Utah. Like, we got freeway. I mean, I'm sure they have them everywhere. Yeah, those are probably lights. Yeah, they wouldn't have all those. So yeah, that's to light the freeway up. Yeah, transformer there. Yeah, it would have been dark. This is weird. Just to me, that seems like where someone would want to hide a body, you know. Yeah, their lights. Yeah, at first they kind of look like a 4-camera setup, but those are lights because they're everywhere. But yeah, they're everywhere. But to me, that's like something where you'd want to hide a body, in my opinion. And then, so let me show you guys the text that came out. Like I said, now this is just speculation, and I crossed out the names because I have no idea. But this is what came out a few days ago. So it says, I know where she's at. My homeboy and his friends were just talking about it. His friend's the one who crashed that car. And then someone replies, please tell her sisters so they can have closure. And then someone replied, what happened? And then this person says, I'm not telling you what happened if you're not family. And then she asks, someone have the family inbox so I can tell them what happened. I should have recorded the conversation, but it was too many eyes around and I didn't want no one to see what I was doing. So what she's saying, and I have no idea if this is true, this could be complete BS, is she's saying that she was around some friends and they were talking about the crash. And apparently they're the ones who crashed the car. Maybe after she left, she picked up like a boyfriend or something, or a guy, and he drove. He crashed it, and he got her killed, and freaked out and hit the body. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense, actually. So, she's drunk. She finds a guy friend. She calls him up, or whatever. They meet. She's drunk, so he drives. And maybe he's drunk too. Who knows? Then he drives. And somehow goes off the embankment. If she was in the passenger side, maybe she got impelled. No, she couldn't have got impelled because she wouldn't have been able to get out of the car. But she got hurt fatally. He was scared. Then maybe called a friend. And then they got the body in him. And then they went down the street and dumped it off. Tried to make it look like she wandered and fell into a ditch. That would be a plausible theory. Don't think she left that bar alone. Yeah, so like I said, the friends, what they're saying is the friends' stories are not adding up. So I think that tells a lot for sure. Yeah, the friends don't seem... Yeah, let's see. The friends don't seem to be friends at all. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a driveway to it, Patricia. Yeah, exactly. True. So yeah, I'm thinking, maybe multiple people involved, and maybe they're just covering up this accident. They didn't want the DUI or whatever. Or there could be more, yeah. SA involved for sure. And yeah, it could have been tons of so let me just quickly recap the areas. So like I said, the only way really to go, because you've got the freeway. Now they say that this is the closing question. Now apparently the mother recognized the jeans. Let me look at the post once real quick. Let's see what she says. Because they said the mother identified the jeans, but nothing else. So that is interesting. I mean, it could have been just a random set of clothes. But what are the odds? I mean, let's see. What do we have here? This looks like... Is it jean shorts and a jean jacket? It almost looks like there's shorts and pants. What do you guys think this is? This looks like a pair of jean shorts. And this looks like a pair of jean pants. Which is weird. I don't know. Don't look like a coat. I can't make out the coat. Yeah, I'm going to leave that up real quick for you guys. And then we'll go for about 15 more minutes here. I don't want to go too much longer. Let's... oh, yeah. I wanted to pull up... Oh, shoot. Sorry. I got to cover this real quick. Sorry. I just want to pull up her post real quick. See what the mother said one more time. Or what they said on their... I don't know. There might be some latest. I haven't looked at the latest stuff, so there might have been something that's came out since tonight. Oh, me and Gray are both doing the same video. Share. This person, I don't know, keeps reposting her video over and over and over again. No need for that. Okay, nothing new. Okay. Let's see. Does it say what she was wearing? Okay, so it doesn't say what she was wearing. So, oh wait, she was wearing a red sweater, ripped blue jeans, and gym shoes. Okay, gym shoes. So, I mean that looks like gym shoes. Look like I don't know if anybody ripped jeans. I mean, those kind of look like ripped jeans. I mean, what are the odds they find jeans and I would consider these gym shoes. What do you guys think? I mean, what are the odds that she was last seen wearing ripped jeans and they find a pair of jeans and these, whatever these are, I don't know if they're Reebok or Adidas. I don't think they're Adidas, but can't really make out a symbol or anything, but I don't know, actually. I don't have to look those up, but I don't know. Air Force One shoes? Is that... Oh! Actually, yeah, I heard something about Air Force One shoes. Yeah. That is right. I think you're right, Jennifer. Interesting. Air Force One. I remember hearing something about that. Yeah, so... I said, what are the odds? I think these clothing... In my opinion, I think these clothing are hers, but that's my opinion. Yeah, what's with the bucket? I have no idea. Maybe... I'd assume they didn't touch him. Hopefully. I hope whoever found him didn't touch him, but... I don't know. So... Yeah, they wouldn't say Patricia. They would not say what condition the body was in, if it had clothes or anything. So... Yeah, that's blood. Yeah, this is blood. These clothes were found with blood. So, like I said, there's a totaled car with bloody clothes found nearby, and they're kind of what was supposedly what she was kind of wearing. I would say most likely these are hers. Be pretty strange coincidence, but that's my opinion. Scuffed in the shoe. Ooh. Oh, almost like dragging. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Great. Who just caught that? Aaron. Wow. Great catch. They are scuffed. So what Aaron is saying is if you're dragging a body, you drag it and your feet would literally just scuff up. Like you got your shoe and you're dragging a body, they would scuff up right there. Oh my gosh. Great catch. Thank you, Whoopsie Daisy. Oh, thank you so much for the $20. That's awesome. Thank you. And awesome. And great comment, Aaron. Great catch. I don't know, unless sorry if somebody else caught that early too. But yes. Yeah, good eyes, everybody. That's fishy. That is, I mean, those look fresh too. Especially, very good catch. Yep, scuffed up right there. Even scuffed up right here, right on the tips. Had to pull the body out. Scuffed up the shoes. I just don't understand why you... Maybe she's still alive. And so they took her out and then assaulted her and then dumped the clothes away from the scene, trying to, they're just panicking at this time. And now they want to get rid of the body and they forgot they left the clothes maybe. And oh yeah, very scuffed up. And I would think if these were her shoes, I would think, I think girls like to have, nice things on. And, this is something a boy would have. This would be something I would be wearing, these kind of laces, scuffed up and, I don't care. But for a lady who just went out on a night drinking, I would think she'd be wearing nice, bright white shoes. Laces are clean. If these are her shoes, we're just speculating, of course. But yeah, very good eye, you guys. Dirty laces, yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome. No one drags a body face down, though. Face down. And even if you just pulled it out for a minute, it would make sense. I could see that. It is interesting, though. As I said, we're just speculating, but it's definitely possible. I would definitely think probably more than one person's involved, though. Because dead weight is very heavy. So, looks like partial shoe print, possibly under right. Looks like partial shoe print, possibly under right, as where shoe at the tip of the shadow. Okay, we'll take as where. Okay. Yeah. So you're trying to a shadow here. Trying to look. Oh, kind of make out a print right here. I have to zoom back a little bit. I'm just looking at what's. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably some footprints. If you really, really, really looked, you probably. Yeah, it seems like there's a track right here. Something. It's kind of faint, but I don't know. I mean, look at that post one more time. Did it say red sweater, ripped blue jeans? I wish they would have said what color. Gym shoes, though. Red sweater. No red sweater, though. But I'm just wondering. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to pull that up. No, go away. Ripped blue jeans. Ripped blue jeans. I mean, that is ripped. Looks like ripped blue jeans to me. Gym shoes. So anyway, don't want to spend too much time staring at that, but great catch, you guys. It's definitely possible. Weird, no blood on the shoes. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on where the injury is. Oops, let's take a look at the. Like I said, that's a crazy Facebook post or whatever this text is. I don't think this one has anything important. No. So, pretty crazy. Oops. Say anything else? And then I heard something about the boyfriend, but I don't know if I really want to show this. Okay. Now I have no idea if this is true. So apparently the baby's father went to a random dumpster, jumped in and grabbed pieces of her car out of the dumpster. He's the one that led her family members to her clothing. Also, he said a construction worker gave it to him. So I have no idea if that's true. That could just be all bull BS. So, but I think this text is really odd though for someone to really post something like this. I think it'd be pretty cruel to post this. So I don't know. I think there could be some chance he might be telling the truth about his friends are the ones who crashed the car. I don't know, but I encourage you guys to do your research on that. So, but just quickly recap, they found her body. They not talking about much as far as the press conference. They wouldn't talk about what the condition of the body. They said they are doing a autopsy now, so we'll have to wait for the autopsy results. They didn't say if they were looking into suspects, so we'll have to see. Yeah, so we'll have to we'll keep our eyes on it, and just to go over, like I said, upcoming videos. I've got some live shows with the Delphi and Brandon Lawson, and then upcoming videos. We're gonna go to Skinwalker Ranch in May. I got the part 3 of John Ramsey coming out soon, and then the Aussie woman that was attacked by 2 men. So we'll have those coming out soon. And then I'll be doing some member-only videos after live shows. I'll do kind of like a 10-minute video or something, just kind of talking about some things that I might have forgot to talk about during the live show. So I'll be doing that for members only. So I think it's kind of getting late, guys, at least here for me. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate all the donations and everybody just taking their time to spend with me. Let's see. Tyler's blue jeans was wearing when she was found a short distance away from the crash. Taylor's blue jeans and gym shoes she was wearing when she was last seen were found a short distance away from the crash. Oh. So... yeah, that's them. Interesting. Thank you, Lynn. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. My opinion, I think it's foul play, in my opinion. So, but we'll keep our eyes on this case. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll be live tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. I wish I could shout everybody out, but I'd run out of breath. So thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. Have a good night. Stay safe.